Wall Street isn't waiting anymore. They're laying rails beneath the floor. Tokenized markets coming online. 24 hours all the time. Franklin moving first with Ondo now. Stocks don't sleep, they're trading round. The rails are going live tonight. Markets moving into digital light. Money flows without a bell. Welcome to the system of reshape. 24/7 capital streams, building out the future of finance machines. Lawmakers signaling structure, hey. Bill should exemptions being read. Morgan Stanley stepping through the gate. Bitcoin ETFs accelerate. Cryptex building in Gap Scale. 30 assets riding digital rails. The rails are going left tonight. Market shifting left to right. Wall Street building what comes next. Blockchain settling global checks. 24/7 capital streams, building out the future of finance machines. It's the morning macro. Let's go. BlackRock watching long-term flow. Institutional signals starting to show. 17 billion options expire. Volatility building under the wire. Tokenization, debate still loud, but the infrastructure's forming now. The rails are going left tonight. Market shifting left to right. Wall Street building what comes next. Blockchain settling global checks. 24/7 capital streams. Welcome to the tokenized financial regime. It's a morning macro. Let's go.
Yo, really quick. I am hella fucking motivated after that song. And as it turns out, Bitcoin is dipping right now. But I am in such a good mood. Holy smokes. Like I listened to just a few seconds of that song today. I was like, all right, I'll vibe with it. And then, man, some of those buildups, are make you feel good. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. It is March 26th. Honestly, like I look at the date every single day, right? Because we put these together. Well, I do these shows Monday through Friday. Obviously, we're looking at stuff over the weekend. So I'm looking. Sometimes you don't pay attention to the date. Right now, I'm paying attention to every single day. And it's just one of those things where it hit me this morning when I was looking. I was putting together something. I go, March 26th. I was like, golly, March is almost over. It's almost April 1st, April Fool's Day. And shout out to all my other April babies. Happy birthday to us coming up next month. Mine's the 30th. We've got a couple events going on, right around there. The Bitcoin conference in Vegas is coming up. So hopefully we'll see you there. This is the first coffee I'm having today. I did not get a chance to go down and make coffee. My wife made it for me. Thank you, sweetie. Made it today, as she has been for the last couple of days. Is great, but I did not get a chance to get downstairs until a little bit later. So we're just taking our first sips together. GM, I hope you're feeling great. That song, man, got my heart racing. I am ready to go. I could probably run to that. I may put that in the playlist. Although the thing is, after today, it's old news. It's just we could reference it. These were the headlines back on March 26th, 2026. 3/26/26. That's today. 3/26/26. Anybody, if it is your birthday, I don't know if it is, but happy birthday. I know my sister just had hers. We've got a couple other family birthdays coming up in early April, and so shout out. Let's go. All right. Thank you for being here. Make sure you smash that like button. If you are, we're StreamYard's fixed on all of our platforms. I do need to add. Let's see. We talked about doing Rumble, right? I think that was the thing. We need to add Rumble. So I got to add the RMTP or TMP or whatever it is. Whatever it is. We know it. We'll figure it out. We know how to do it. We've done it before. We just got to get it squared away. So we will figure that out. So we are LinkedIn, YouTube, and X. So start smashing, start liking, start tagging, start doing the things that you do on the platforms to help me out. I appreciate it. Number one thing you can do to help me out, get the show to grow, get the channel just to grow, and get those things coming. Just get going. Get commenting, like the comments, do all that stuff. And we'll get into the show. Like I was saying earlier, the price of Bitcoin was taking a big dip this morning. Also, when we look at the fear and greed index, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to see that we're back in the single digits. Maybe you won't be shocked. I don't know. I did tell you that Bitcoin is dipping. And I know, let's see, was it Michael Navarro said he caught a nice short through the night? Boom, let's go. I got to get into a trade. I pulled my trade. If you guys watched Trade Daddies last night, remember Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Why did I say Pacific? I do that sometimes. I don't know why I do that. But 9 p.m. Eastern, we did Trade Daddies. That's every Wednesday. I go back and watch that. Had a great time. But I did take yesterday, right before the whole thing out. I was playing, our 9:30 game, right? Where we watch the 9:30 on the 15-minute. We wait for it to make its decision. You confirm that we've gotten out of the box, and then, it's fair game. Sometimes it doesn't work. Most of the time, a lot of the back testing, it works, and sometimes it works massive. And yesterday, I feel like I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, waiting for like the retest of the box. And so I jumped the gun, in my opinion, how I felt at that time, right? And then it started to come back and retrace. And I was looking at some other time frames. I'm like, man, it was bullish. And I was looking, I was watching maybe Lifer at that time too. And I think he was in along or talking about it or just, he's bullish biased, just like most of us are. And I was just thinking like, damn, dude, this motherfucker's going to come back and I'm going to be underwater and I don't want to lose this trade. And so I bailed on it. I was like $16 in the positive, like right around the make even part, right? And it was like 5 minutes later is when it took like this cascading dump. And so I did not get into the trade yesterday. I missed the trade. And so instead of forcing it, I might have done like a little baby scalp or whatever, but you're not going to hit the big trade when you miss the big move. And so then I did carry down with my day and all that stuff, but we'll figure out today. We'll take a look at the charts and all that stuff. I mean, like I said this morning, it was dipping already. So we'll see what that sets us up for is the opportunity to come back up towards some VWAP. So maybe we'll hit some longs today. We'll take the good for the bad or the bad for the good, depending on how you want to look at it, right? I think ultimately we are still on our way down. Remember, I'm a mega bull. I am bullish till the sun comes down or whatever they say. Until the sun comes up. When the sun comes up, we'll be grooving. I'm super bullish. I am a mega bull. You guys know that. But the opportunity to catch a Bitcoin trade in like the high 40s or high 30s, depending on where it goes, where it wicks, how it goes, how fast it moves. But to get into one of those kind of generational longs where you're like, oh, I know what's happening right now. You wait, even if you don't catch the bottom, but you get it like right around there. And then you ride that sucker all the way back up to $1 million. You might get whacked in funding fees. But if you catch the right candles, you can hang in there for a lot longer. So that's the goal. So I'm bullish, but short term, I would like it to go down so that we could catch a really, really good long when we come back up. Plus, everybody knows this year is going to be dog shit. So it's a dog shit year in crypto. We'll play a country song tomorrow. I'm going to write that myself a note. We want a sad country song. I'm going to do 2 songs tomorrow. One maybe the intro song will just be a sad country song. No, because we wanted to talk about it. Well, we'll figure it out. All right, let's get into the show. Fear and Greed Index, like I told you, was at a 9. We are back at the single digits. I hope that means that somebody is buying some stuff. And that was something we were talking about last night. You guys, really quick, a little more housekeeping before we get into this because it's all making sense. The video on Uniswap came out. I hope you got a chance to check it out. I hope that you put the dots together. I hope that this maybe changes your opinion. It changed my opinion about Uniswap. Again, I don't think it's going to be a hype leader this cycle. I do not think that. But I do think that it's laying some infrastructure, some groundwork that, again, you've got the relationship with Securitized, Fireblocks, the New York Stock Exchange. Now the NASDAQ is like, everybody's like paying attention there, right? There was because of the relationship with who's got is it Securitized does the BlackRock Biddle Fund. And so, they've got the access and exposure to what BlackRock is doing, providing liquidity and all that kind of stuff. Like, even though they probably don't need liquidity from anybody, they've got their own, but you get it. Like they're so well connected. It just runs deep. It's not. And the misconception that I would have had with it. And look, I've been at events lately where Uniswap was, and it was like a gimmick to me that they were there. I'm like, what the fuck is this even doing here anymore? What is going on with Uniswap? And finally paid attention in a conversation that I'd had with somebody in our community, and it helped me connect all those dots. And so I've changed my opinion on Uniswap. That doesn't change my opinion on exchange tokens. I still feel like, if you're using an exchange and you use their token and it gives you reduced fees, that's wonderful. Like, that's a great thing. If it just is an exchange token for bullshit speculation, like, we used to have because of the BNB token, like, not so much. Like, if you want to get into the BNB token, and we'll look at like where it's at in crypto, but like right now it's 628, right? I think it like peaked at, did it get to $1,000? I clicked on XRP. Shoot. BNB 1370 all-time high, October 13th. Okay, so it blew up there. So you could double up. You could double up on your money. But BNB, Binance is going nowhere. Unless something happens. I feel like the court stuff already happened. You can't get double whammied. What's that called? Double something. There's a term for that. Golly, that's going to drive me crazy. It's going to sit in the back of my brain until at least one of you in the chat tells me what that's called, where you can't get charged for the same thing twice. Double something. And then that second word is just what is what's driving me crazy. Fix my hair. Double jeopardy. Michael Navarro, thank you so much. Jesus. This is Jeopardy. All right. Let's get serious. All right, so it was the Fear and Greed Index was at a 9. We saw that. Let's go to Coin Market Cap. Right now, we are down a little today, 3.32%, through to 2.37 trillion. Look, there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world. There's no reason for us to think that this number will continue to go up forever. Which is great. Again, we fully expect. I know that everybody that commentates and analysts and all that stuff we're all talking about Bitcoin going down to a certain level. The entire crypto ecosystem. That's how, that's why I'm not looking at buying any altcoins right now. Like even the ones that we talk about, I'm getting ready to put together the top 5 RWA coins. And these are things just to watch. We're gonna set. Like what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. We're going to talk about the project, what they're doing, where it's going, and then we'll set some targets because inevitably, these things are going to go down. Like some of them probably still have some scam wicks from older timeframes that we'll revisit. Some have done well, and some have blown way below. And we'll look at some of these projects. We'll look at coins over time. So we'll do more things like what I did with Uniswap. So if you get a chance to watch that, make sure that you drop a comment. If there's any projects you want to see me deep dive like that, we'll try to find connections. We'll look at maybe some outlook, forecasts, all that kind of stuff. Drop them down below. We'll put it in the Discord as well. I'm pretty confident I put it in there last night. Everybody got a chance to see the video before it went to YouTube. It went to YouTube, but it went unlisted, and then it went to Discord for the evening, and then this morning I switched it over. It was like early this morning. I switched it over to schedule it for this morning. So I hope you got a chance to watch it. But that's the thing. So join the Discord too. If you need me to put the thing, that could be part of what we do every day. I don't mind. It's our Discord. I want you in there. I will put it into. And you know what was amazing today? You know what saved me a ton of time? You know how I was telling you yesterday, like with the phone. It's wild that when I copy something on my computer, it will copy it on my phone as well. So, like for instance, I'm going to go to the live video. I'll go into the chat. I'll say GM. I'll also put the Discord link in there so that you could join the Discord. All right, come hang out with us. I'm trying to shift over there. It is free to join for now. That will change at some point, but for now it's free. And then, we'll get everybody in there. And like, if you're in there, you'll get access. Everybody will get access to like the community area. And then we'll be doing some other areas that'll be gate kept for, kind of the trading stuff, a little more of the higher level stuff that, and I don't just want to let everybody have that. It's going to be people that are participating, and there's ways to earn prizes and all sorts of shit. So like, we'll get into that, all of that later, but get into the Discord now while it's free. There's a great community section. We're all hanging out and chatting. I'm trying to get there every single day as much as I can. I will make a better effort to open up I knew yesterday, it was this morning when I woke up. It was like one of the first things I woke up and thought about was like, shit, I forgot to add the beginner thing to the Discord. Because that was like the community. Sometimes it's the first thing I think about is like, what's going on? Anybody chatting in the community? But I got to start being cognizant more of the Discord. So the link is in there. Hop in there. Come hang out. I'm going to turn that beginner thing into something where people can, there'll be like a chat in there, and then there'll be a way for us to do like, if we need to do like one-on-one stuff. So I've had some really good questions. Some people say, like do some fundamental things, get down to the basics and just help people who really want to get started but don't even know where to get started. I think that's fantastic. Like we're all about that here. All about that. So, all right, back to business. Cheers. Altcoin season at a 49. We know that ain't true, but let's go shrimping. See if there's anything in here. Bitcoin at 21%. So that thing's still slipping a lot. There's a lot more down here than what it was. Remember, if you're up here, if you're in anything above water, above Bitcoin, well, I guess really more just above water, not above Bitcoin. But if you're up here, take some of these profits, and I'd throw that shit right into Bitcoin, and I would do it now because this is not going to last forever. This siren just keeps ripping, though. Like that's insane. That's an AI thing. So Bitcoin, that is our North Star, 21.71% down over the last 100 days. So what other opportunities you got down here, right? You got Arbitrum in the 50% down, Zcash in the 50% down, Say 47% down. We got to look at this. Okay. It came to my attention yesterday. Let me pull it up. I completely forgot about this till now. And so I definitely owe apologies to a lot of people. If you are ADA gang, I'm sorry. If you are Cardano community, because you came into that name, I'm sorry. If you are Cardano community because you rejected the ADA gang name, to you, I am also sorry. Oof, this is one of those moments when it was brought to my attention, things are changing. Cardano secures UK bank deal to tokenize GBP deposits. Massive. That's massive. That's huge. There you go. So if you if you are been hanging on to, I wonder what Cardano is doing. Is it like massively pumping after that news? No. How does that not drive the news? Let's uncover the Cardano UK bank deal. How tokenized GBP deposits could unlock billions in TVL and reshape banking innovation. Okay, so this is interesting how this is not even changing the price. Now, maybe at 9:30, Cardano will explode. That doesn't even really make a whole lot of sense, but that's massive. So again, not to be dramatic anymore. I know that was very dramatic. It's been a long time coming. But all right, it's time to take Cardano seriously again. We will start keeping up on this and seeing what's happening and watching the events unfold. And so congratulations to anybody who holds Cardano. If you are in that community, especially if you're in the ADA gang. Let's go. Let's see. We got Mr. Mayo in the building. GM, brother, hope you're doing well. Hope all is well with you. Who got our gold medal today? It was Michael Navarro. It was. The crew is here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash the like button. And let's get on back to the numbers. We'll get into the news in a second, but that was something that was wild to me. And so Cardano back on the table, I suppose. Why it's not pumping, I won't understand that, but it is what it is. You got Bitcoin at 69.3, like I said, taking a little dip. So we've plunged below 70,000. We'll see what happens. Ethereum sitting at 2,000. That is down almost 5% today. So it's taking a bigger drop. You got BNB about 3% down, split in the middle between Bitcoin and ETH, down to 629 like we were talking earlier today. Oh, man. Okay. It's interesting. I just find it so interesting that Cardano news didn't affect the price at all. Like, if that was any other token, I feel like that probably would have sent that thing at least 15% up. I mean, that unless I'm crazy, and that's a nothing burger. What do you guys think? In the chat, let me know. Is the UK bank deal in Cardano a big deal, or is that a nothing burger? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Do we have any huge gainers? Those are the ones you got to remember. Rotate your profits. If you're gaining today, if you're up 18%, this is meme core. I don't know what the fuck that is, but if you're up 18% today, pull it. 2%. Like, no, I would hold off. What's ripping and dipping? Down 10%, but it's up like 100 and some percent today. So it's all relative. This river is getting decimated, it looks like. What is river? What? Oh God, I hate when they do this. You don't see it, but for me, because I'm full screen, oh no, it's a login to Phantom. Get out of here. All right, I'm back. Okay, that was weird. I hate websites that do that, where they auto pull up the wallet. Like, do not make that an automatic thing. That's like when fucking music comes up. Don't do that. Stop with that. Which news site does that? The Block, maybe? So every time you go to one of their headlines, it's like Phantom. It's like, dude, no, back off. Like, don't make that an automatic thing. I don't want that. Put a connect wallet button up there and let me connect if that's what I want to do. But don't force it on me, or like give me a pop-up. Bozos. River, a chain abstraction stablecoin system powered by the Omni CDP protocol. Okay. Is it for real, or is this like a River's building chain abstraction stablecoin system that connects assets, liquidity, and yield across multiple chains? Okay, the old 200,000 followers. Let's see. See how the engagement is. Let's see. 2 hours. Okay. You can never tell what's botted and what's not now. This is interesting. If it's for real, it's great. There's sites that you can go on, I know, to check all this stuff, like Social Pilot, I think, right? Isn't that what it is? There's some other ones. If you guys know some other better ones, you can drop those in the chat too. Not only is 88 not pumping, it has fallen 13. That honestly doesn't even make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I mean, that is like a massive deal. Unless literally no one cares about Cardano, that's massive. And we'll read that article when we get into it, but it's just, I mean, you also got to remember that they're fighting algorithms, they're fighting bots, they're fighting all these things. So even with this great news, like everything else, like if Bitcoin's triggering a downward spiral, like everything else is going to go down. That's just how it's going to work. But yeesh. All right, let's go back to. Oh yeah, so midnight. Yeah, and midnight's not doing shit either. That don't even make sense to me. Were there any other coins that we wanted to look at? We were looking at the losers. Aave, you can get yourself some Aave, get yourself some DeFi, some fetch. I would hold off on any of these, to be perfectly honest with you. Nothing screams, I gotta have it. Nothing screams, I gotta have it. Let's look at our friend Uniswap, see what this is doing. If you guys didn't get a chance to check that video out, I'll check it out. Check it out after the show if you got time. Check it out later if you got time. I appreciate it. And drop a comment at the end. Let me know. But I think that there is a massive opportunity with Uniswap. And so if you are in the Uniswap community, would love to chat. I know that I said I wanted to do that beforehand, but I think it was time to put the information out. And now, like, I had reached out to Hayden and see about getting an interview. And I want to talk to some of the community. So maybe we'll spin up a space and we'll do it there. It'd be fun to interview Hayden video, and then do a space with the community, or however it all will work. We'll work on that. But for now, start watching that Uniswap video that I just dropped, and then we'll go from there. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. This is one of the things that I was telling you about before. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of a dump. Like, we know it's going down. We also know that Bitcoin likes to fluctuate several $1,000s within a day. And so let's just figure out where the bottom is, which this could be it right here, right? Like, we've kind of leveled off here. And why does that do that to me? Also, I saw Mike doing a lot of the, well, okay, and that's the one time I don't have the pen on. The pen on, where you do this, and it's like, look, everybody does it. It's just part of the game. Just part of the game. All right, let's see here. Let's go. That's just some tops. We'll cut some tops. So this is what I'm looking at. If we can break out of here, which look, I fully expect. You guys know me. I love this leapfrog indicator. Big fan of it. Big fan of how it reacts. It's just a matter of, does it fake you out? Like, look, it faked out a little bit and then dropped another one down here. That's just the fucking problem. Is look, the signal tells you, boom, go, systems go, right? And maybe it comes over here, it retests, and then it comes up, and then it shoots down, and you're like, fuck, dude, it flashed the signal of up, down, it bounced off like, the trend, and then boom, like it's all systems go, and then everybody piles in, and then boom, whack a doodle, everybody gets fucking smoked out right here. That's the game right now. And so you just got to be cautious. But like, look, everything's looking like we got money flow curling up. We got a nice little uptrend here. Like, I would long this to the thing, and I might do that right now. I'm gonna throw in. Okay, claim reward. Okay, claim reward. I did that. Okay, go into futures. Don't waste my time. We want to go long. Let's go 387. Well, we're not going to be a cowboy. Remember, if we ever go live, if we ever go long live, or we ever go trade live, we're only going 10x. That's all we want to do. We're not trying to be cowboys. 380. Let's do $3,000 position. Let's open a long. Who's the 15-minute? Let's go wait to the 1 minute really quick. Yeah. Not the time, Justin. Not the time. Oh, okay. Let's see if we come and bounce back here. What do we have? This is the. Okay. Nice. Okay, so this could be a live example of Mike's. Let's put it on the 5-minute. We've got the indicator right here. Maybe we come down and we bounce off. We get our signal, and then it's systems go. If we get that, if we get the alert, let's see, what are we showing right now? We're showing trading view. All right, great. Okay, let's we'll hold on this screen and we'll just chit chat about what's going to happen with Bitcoin right now, because if it does come down and it touches, I believe it's the 21, if I'm not mistaken, right? I hope Mike is watching. He's actually going to come on live tomorrow morning. He is not going to be in the at the shop, and so he's going to be coming on live with us tomorrow morning here, which I'm really excited about. So let's see. Maybe we just missed. Did we just miss it? We can start. Maybe this is a great time to go in, is after we breach that. All right, we'll put in that limit. If it comes down a little bit, scoops us up, scoop us up, scoop us up right here. Come on, baby. Scoop us up and let's go for a ride. We're waiting for you. Scoop us up. Scoop us up. So I got an order at 69,380. And it is 69,392, as you guys can see. So we just need to here we go. Come on, come get us. Get us in there. Come on, you. Come on, you. There we go. All right, we're in. All right, let's see what happens here. We'll hang on to this one for a little bit. Maybe we'll bounce around. we'll watch it. But I expect us to go back up towards the unless like something major wrong happens and we start dipping out of control. I do expect us to come back up towards that daily VWAP. So let's take a look at. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, that's all the way up here. So we will see a pushback up here at some point today. Let's just make sure we don't get too far out of control. That's 1.5% with our 5x on or 10x on there. There you go. We'll make a nice little bucket. Let's see if we were to. Where is that? That's 70,100. I'll be like 13%. We'll go for at least 10% on this trade. I'm down for 10%. All right, that's our plan right there. We'll see what happens. We'll set a take profit. We'll put a stop loss in case we lose the candle and we lose the structure altogether and we shoot down. We'll take a 3% loss for a potential. Actually, we'll go higher. We're going to go up here. 15%. All right, so we'll take a potential 3% loss for a 15% win. That's our goal right now. That's our strategy, and that's what we're going with. So we got a stop loss in at 69,159 and our take profit in at 73.97. So that's where we're at. All right, let's move on here. Let's look at some ETFs. We got some stories. Oh, wait, we didn't even look at some charts, man. That was just the Bitcoin chart. We can look at some other ones. Total market cap, as you guys know, is taking a little bit of a dip. Hopefully, we'll get a nice recovery market wide, and we'll go from there. So, see, we don't need the leapfrog on these. This is the others. This is one of my favorite charts. As far as obviously looking for, and we don't need this on the 5-minute at all. At all, we don't need that. We need this on the daily. The others is our indicator of altcoin season. Look, we potentially look at this though. Look, I guess we could. Let's fix this. Where does this line end? What the fuck is this? All right. Well, I mean, look at that. That's a good indicator that things are moving on up. We were looking at a different time zone, and it looked like things were kind of more bearish. But when you look on a broader scope right here, look at this. This is actually pretty bullish. This is altcoins. This is altcoin season right here, right? And look what it does. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and it keeps going to keep getting bigger. And hopefully we break out, and hopefully have a nice big altcoin season at some point. But it ain't going to happen this year. It certainly is not going to be happening this year. I think we're all in line for a pretty look. We may still trend up throughout this year, but that doesn't mean that we break structure, right? Like as long as we don't break this downward structure, you know, we're still in a downtrend, somewhat, right? Like we've got some peaks. This is an interesting shape. This whole total thing. I don't know if we have that drawn totally right, but stable. I don't like looking at this chart here on TradingView. I'm going to actually remove the stable coin. I feel like the chart over on RWA.xyz is so much better for that. Looking at that stuff right there. Okay, this was something I had actually thought that we had closed all of our gaps, but as it turns out, look at this. We still have what is it? Command R. Nope. Man, I feel like a dummy. But there is a reset button that just resets the charts. But okay, so we have a CME gap right up here, and for us to let's pull this out to where we are. And so for us to get up there and close this baby out, we need a 15% pump. When do we think that's going to happen? Do we think That happens before we go down to the 40s, let's say, sub 50,000? Or is this an after the fact? Is this is the goal for after we come back from the bear market? And as it turns out, let's look back at the Bitcoin chart on the weekly. This is something you guys know that I am tracking. I've been looking at this, paying attention. One of the things that I am looking for is what do we make of this? Look, we had this big long dip followed by this decent consolidation. We just had a big long dip, and we are currently in an undisclosed, an undetermined, a TBD length consolidation. The question on this is, after we consolidate, do we go up or do we go down? And even with all of that being said, if we were to, which one of these do I want? I want this. So, we'll go here to here, right? So there's, right there is the consolidation, right? And we go from here to where we are right now. Where do you think our consolidation point actually begins? Do we think we can? That was still like a fall. So I would think that, yeah, that is probably what we got. So we've got some more time. I would definitely say that this should still be considered part of our fall. This whole thing, that whole thing, and then here's our rebuild time. And I would think personally, and this is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. We've got this line back here, or no, not that line. Excuse me. Not far enough. This one right here. This is our dotted line. And so we have got this dotted line, right, as the potential leg that measures up kind of like with one of these measured moves, right? At least for one of them. But as far as we've measured this out. Okay, so 16%, 56 days, right? It's not the rule. It's, get off, come on. There we go. So if we were going to go 56 days, that would put us towards April 20th, right? If we were going to have a same length of time consolidation period, okay? And so with that being said, and if we go, with that same metric, and this is something that I had been looking at before, is I believe this line right here. If we were to trend up, which what I think we might do is trend up between now, well, no, right? We've got to be up by like April 20th, come up here, touch this. This is what I would be thrilled. I'd be absolutely thrilled for this, because I would be trading the shit out of this. Is long this thing up to 80K. We touch this former wick, right? We've got a lot of activity right in here. We've got a lot of volume that would sit right there, so it makes sense for us to come up there. We should actually turn on the volume. I was having trouble with my indicator because I actually want the ticks per row. I want it to be like the sharp ones, but it's not working anymore when I put it on there. So we got to put it on the fat candles. Let's see. Let's get some more of the chart in here. Add some more volume. Well, this is the weekly. We don't need to be on the weekly for this. Let's get on the daily. So, look, I mean, we could even come up towards this here in our push up, but to come up here is nothing, right? And this is no man's land. We had a wick here. If we push up, I mean, odds are is that we come up, we come closer to these wicks in this zone. that would be our top. And then this is where we get rejected and sent back down. That's ultimately probably, let's see, let's remove drawings. That ultimately is probably what we're going to see is, this thing is going to fight, into April up to this level. Hopefully we see it get rejected and then we get sent back down. And we can long this thing all the way up. And then as soon as we get rejected on this, at this level, wherever this is, somewhere in here, we get rejected on there and then we get sent back down to our favorite place. Could be inverse. Yeah. So it would actually be like what? This. We could see an inverse headed shoulder. Yeah. We could see it play out in the future. This could be the first shoulder. It could be, I don't know if you would consider this to be crooked. That's probably way too crooked. It's too long. It's too long of a time frame anyway. I think if we were to look at this, probably in here. Golly. You could probably make a case for this, right? I don't know if this needs to probably be a little bit bigger, but maybe not, right? You can see it. We could see an inverse head and shoulders based on this for sure, or just a regular head and shoulder. But either way, I do see it pumping up a little bit more. I like it pumping up into like the 80K range, and then we get rejected from there, and let's dump and let's get on with it, and let's get down there. And then if it's a slow climb, I'd rather have some rocky volatility, so this way we could have a trader environment. But if they're just gonna bore everybody, bring it down to the bottom and bore everybody, man, would I love that. If we have an extended period of cheap Bitcoin, holy Toledo, would that be amazing? That would make me so happy. I hope that would make you happy too. That'd make us all happy. We would all have. If you want cheap Bitcoin, if you want to buy some cheap Bitcoin, y'all better be smashing the like button. Smash it. I'm still pumped up from the intro song, by the way. All right. Gold. Oh, that's the gold Bitcoin. Let's get rid of these. They always confuse me when I'm looking at them. We'll pull them up separately if we need it. Here's ETH. Do we have? Put leapfrog on that. How's ETH? We were looking at ETH last night. Yeah, I would take a position on ETH, a long-term hold. We were looking at that like, it is again. Look, when we look at what ETH is doing, like I think the most important thing to be paying attention to is this. Like we're on a multi-year uptrend. This turn them on. Like see, that's the thing. That I had it set for the other thing, and now it's just massive. I don't even want to look at it. But we are at the bottom of a multi-year uptrend, and we're starting a sharp pump. And you've seen this thing fucking just rip in the past. Just rip. 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 Like this thing's a ripper, dude. And it is down at the bottom. And if you catch this thing down here, man, you catch that nice rip, you'll be rich. You can, that to me is I feel like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we've heard some of the major institutions, BlackRock was talking about that a few weeks ago, saying, look, like people really are only caring about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like that's it. That's all they care about. I would say, look at that Cardano article and then look at the price of our Cardano. That doesn't even move the markets, and they are integrating with the banks over there in the UK, which we all know some of the families that live over the family that lives over there. The fact that Cardano is involved over there is, I feel like that is a massive thing, and it should explode the price of Cardano at some point. And why it didn't today, Come on, maybe it did now. Maybe the stonk boys are waking up. No, it's still 25 cents. Shit, instead it's gone down. He's gone down, Holmes. Can you believe that? Huh. I don't even get that. I don't even get that. All right. Let's see. Ondo. Same thing with Ondo. Ondo and Franklin Templeton are like partnering up. Still nothing. But it's like the same thing as Ethereum. Look, you are on a multi-year. You have not made a new lower low on Ondo. Is it down lower than we want it to be? Oh, yeah, 100%. Excuse me, 100%. But it's not like AVAX. Sorry, AVAX. I know that there's some people who like it, but unfortunately, well, this one only goes to 22. Let's go. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I didn't have the full picture. Let's take a look. No. Unfortunately. No, we're right there. Oh, you got some room. So like here's the floor. That's the bottom of the bones right there. Let's put this one on our chart. We need the long term. Let's see, what else do we want to take a look at? H bar. See, H bar is on an uptrend too. We cut through some of that bullshit, but it is moving up over the last several years. You got this one. This is the saddest story to me. VeChain. Just decimated. It is like it's below its entry price, I believe. No, almost. Why aren't you showing me more, TradingView? What the heck is going on here? Let's go on the weekly. Okay. Yeah, and so we had that multi-year uptrend going since 2020, and we blew through that in October. We just blew right through it, and we found a floor here. It looks like, at least, again on the weekly, right where the price is at. It is not. Someone's keeping it right there. Someone's keeping it right there. Wait, that's the market cap. Why are we looking at the market cap? That's weird. That makes it even worse. There were some opportunities, man. We used to be super excited about how if you caught VeChain at a certain time, man, then you're gonna make a ton of money because the amount that it went up, the percentage of its gains in just like, I think it was like 3 weeks, they would do like 2x's kind of a thing or whatever, like at least a 10x, or not a 10x. What the hell is wrong with me? We'd have to zoom into that. But you very, very sharp pumps, kind of like some of the other coins we've been looking at here. But, it just tells you this sad story of how it's broken below, the multi-year trend where, it had this massive spike, and it just never really quite recovered to a level. This was great, this little scam wick up to like 7 cents. But, I don't know if that'll ever happen again. They've got the right team, they've got the right partnerships, they've got the right solutions, but I don't know what's going on, unless it's done by design, again, to bore the masses, to get out of it, capitulate, because it's got a higher intentions, serves a bigger purpose. I don't know. U.S. oil, we looked 94.96, so it is making. This is what, the weekly. Let's put it on the daily. By the way, guys, I don't know if you've joined the. Yes, I should do a show with Sam. 100%. I love that idea. But right now, just so you guys know, you can join the BitUnex trade team. We got the W3BC trade team going. We're plenty of people strong. We got a lot of things happening. We're like I said earlier, we're building in the Discord, so make sure you click that link and join. But we are Going to be probably doing some of the stonks trading. There is, if I'm not mistaken, I think that there is a kind of like a campaign going to trade some of the tokenized stocks that they got going on. So let's take a look at that. We've got a lot of the U.S. stocks are available now on BitUnex, and so synthetic versions. We've got to take a look at all this stuff. But for right now, that's where it's moving. That's where we got the opportunity. So let's get into it. And there are, I think, bounty competitions for volume, and you get some reward and all that kind of stuff. So hop in the Discord, join the trade team. Let's get it going. And we are gonna start a new internal competition very soon here. We just had some things we had unfortunately worked through this last Monday, but all right. Let's go. That's it for the charts. On those ones, we can go to ETFs. Yesterday we had ourselves an outflow of 1,000 Bitcoin from IBIT. That's BlackRock's ETF. They usually carry the lion's share, but look at that. FBTC Fidelities. They were number two. They were number number one. Yeah, they had inflows when everybody else had outflows. They had inflows. And I don't know why these are showing zeros, man. Sometimes the site gets a little buggy, especially with the all crypto NFTs. When we look here, it'll show us like zeros for these. Like, what's going on? Why is there $0 net flows? But at least our candle works. So we can see, look, the price has been going down, right? Price has been going down. What's been going? Outflows on all the ETFs. We've got some news, a couple big ones coming up soon. So we'll get to the headlines in a little bit here. And then obviously one of my favorite sites of all times. I'm not sponsored by RWA.xyz. Would love to be if that was a thing, but I just love this site for all the resources. And I just wish one thing. If there is an opportunity to turn this thing off fucking day mode, I would love that. And so I need to figure that out. Or if you guys know, if someone uses it and you're like, oh, it's totally hidden, because I've searched and I cannot find it anywhere unless it's staring me in the face and I've totally missed it. I need this thing on night mode, man. This white screen just hurts the eyeballs. But we've got $26.60 billion in assets there for the market cap of RWAs. It's up 5% in the last 30 days. So as you can see, even though the markets are chilling, these things are ripping. Some of the ecosystem, and look this is, again, it drives me crazy. I go to click on Canton and then it jumps away. It'll come right back though as soon as the little thing refreshes. There you go. Canton is just absolutely coming out of nowhere and just crushing it. They are a layer 1 privacy-enabled interoperable blockchain network designed for regulated real-world assets. They combine the transparency of public networks with advanced privacy controls. Their network, which supports a thriving ecosystem of traditional and crypto players, is powered by its native cryptocurrency, Canton Coin. All right. Definitely is something that we want to potentially add to our RWA video for sure. I like that idea. I think that they are well connected as the like I said, as we just read on both sides. The institutions and crypto native. So let's go. Stable coins. As I was telling you earlier, I do not like the stablecoin market cap chart on TradingView. It doesn't quite, unless you got it on the line view, which then you got to switch it every time. I'd rather just check it out here because this tells a different, better story anyway. 299.97 billion. So this was up. We were actually up over 300 billion. So it was 304 was our peak back on the 18th. And so we're taking a little bit of a dip here down below 300 billion. Great opportunity for, these big institutions to stockpile on what they need for their stable coins, when they go down to 99 cents. That is always a good thing, though. If stable coins go to 99 cents, just so you guys know. And if you don't know, now you know. Tokenized U.S. Treasuries, 12.16 billion. This thing is continuing to grow, not at the rate that we thought it was going to keep going, right? I thought it was going to be over 15 billion this week, but 12.16. We're making go. Sammy Cup and Handle, got to hang with him. Yeah, dude, Sam is an awesome dude. I've known him for several years. It was funny. I pop into his chat every day. I'll drop some messages, and then yesterday he had left a comment, or he had said something, it triggered his memory, and it was the first time that I'd thought about it too. Is when we were at the conference, and Sammy showed up. He showed up in his suit. We were all rapping on stage, having a good time, and he showed up and just spit some freaking bars, man, and he went off. He went off like a rapper would, and it was a great, and it was I had met him digitally through, right, because I obviously used to work with Ben, and so I had met Sam, through hosting ATB and then several other things, many other times, but that was the first time, like, kind of at a social setting where him and I got to hang out and vibe. And I'm telling you what, man, Sammy is a cool ass dude. I like him a lot, and he's one of the hardest working guys in crypto. I will unequivocally, unparalleled. We're going to throw all the big buzzwords out. This guy, he hasn't missed a day in years. He's been through some absolute crazy things. Loss of both of his parents. He's ruptured his Achilles tendon, had surgery, still made his show. I'll tell you what, there's no one with a work ethic like him. We should all strive to be like that. And yeah, he is the man. And he lives his life with gratitude, which is great. And so shout out to Sammy, shout out to the lifers, shout out to all of you for being here. Thank you. All right. Tokenized. He's close to 2,000 days live. Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild. Crypto ESPN in the building. ESP. Did I say ESPN? Sheesh. Let me get some more coffee. Hopefully it's still steamy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I got so many stains on my mouse pad. It's just, I spill coffee every day. That's all right. It's part of the routine. It's so I don't drink all of it. Some of it we donate to the mouse pad. Thank you for being here. Thank you for working with us. One of these days, I think that I can actually turn my phone into another camera, and so I could do like a zoom, zoom, zoom. That's one of the cool things. Again, about the phone, especially with StreamYard and using OSB and just being connected, is that your phone is an extension of your computer. Which the copy paste thing is crazy. It's actually been crazy. Hot sauce. All right, let's get into our. We'll get into our articles in a second here. It's a really great time for me to tell you, hey guys, I appreciate you being here. You could be doing anything else this morning, but you decided to come hang out. We're about ready to get into the articles, so thank you. Smash the like button. That's a way to pat yourself on the back. We're about to go through some stuff. Am I on OBS? Yeah. So I use OBS and then the virtual camera to shoot over to StreamYard. And so Mike and I are going to connect today because Mike is Modern Canadian. He's going to come on the show tomorrow morning. We'll look at the charts. We'll set some things up. We'll have a great conversation. It'll be like we have such a good time when we chat. It's going to be fun to do that in the morning and go through, the macro news and go through the headlines and just hear his opinion here in the morning. And I hope you guys enjoy that. So, and I want to do more of that stuff. And so if you've got opinions, you've been in the space, even if you're new and you got opinions and you want to be on the show, just, shoot me. Oh, we know it. We know how to do it now. Shoot me a message, team@W3BCmedia.com. Shoot me an email and let me know if you want to come on the show. We'll get things set up. I've got a Calendly link and I don't publicize it. I don't send it out just randomly anymore because that didn't work out for me in the past. That was always just a bad thing. And so if you want to come on the show, let me know. We'll chit chat and then I'll send you the link and we'll go from there. And it will definitely we'll get it lined up. So thank you all. All right, let's get into our news. Again, shout out to all y'all being here. Smash the like button. Let's get it. Franklin Templeton. This is one of my favorite headlines of the day. I did say earlier when I posted the macro minute, let me know your favorite headline of the day today. This one is obviously mine. I am an Ondo guy. Been a fan for a while now. Let me see. I gotta turn that off. There you go. This way y'all can see the ticker. And I got to add some more. So it was near. and then a few more. If Brian's in the building, drop him in the chat. If you guys want to see specific tokens on the ticker, let me know. I can add them. I just have to go to like the script and trading view and all that stuff and add it. Oh, there's the QR code. If you want to join the trade team, join the trade team. You can scan the QR code. It's also just go to BitUnex and then it's code JChains, and it'll get you involved. And if you want the link, you want to make sure that you click the right link, because right now until April 7th, we got a 20% deposit bonus going. Let me see here. I can do this. I know that I can do this. Where is it? And let's go here. I want you to see this image file. I want you to see what I'm looking at here. Desktop. Okay. Right now, we got a deposit event at BitUnex. You can get yourself a 20% deposit if you are a new user. Don't scam the system. We had problems with that. Just start yourself an account. You will get 20% on your deposit bonus when you have had your money in there and you've been trading and playing around. So you can do that. You can earn yourself some cash. So get in there. But also you can earn yourself even more doing some volume. And so if you are in there actively trading and you do some spot and you do some futures trading, you will earn yourself even more free crypto. So, and then from there, we're going to be doing competitions. And so if you are trading, you will earn yourself from me more crypto. And so I just want you guys to know that we are, let's see, I need to turn that one back off then. There you go. We are super excited. I'm super excited to have a great place to trade. I do love BitUnex. They got all the coins that I want. They got the liquidity. The orders go through when I want them to. How is our trade doing? We're up 99 cents at the moment. Our unrealized profit, no, $1.37. Okay, we're hanging in there. Things are looking good for now. We are long. Remember that. We did go up percent, but at the end of the day, did not go yet where we wanted to. But we're still trending up. I fully expect us to flip and flop for a little while. But if we look back at the where do I have it? Wish you guys are looking at me, right? Yep. And if we go back to just really quick, we'll get back into the news in just a second. Again, on the daily, that's one thing. If we put it on the 5 minute, oh man, that thing, it will be the death of me. And I gotta get this. This just the stretching of TradingView is just obnoxious sometimes. Here's what we got going. And this is the 5 minute chart. So it's a little bit steeper that we're going right now. We're probably going to break out of this structure soon, but you can see this has been a few times today where we've gone up, down, up. We'll probably go down, but as long as we continue to go up, that long stays valid. As long as we don't put in new lower lows. So we're in it to win it for a little while at least. Okay, back to the news. Franklin Templeton putting it in $1.7 trillion weight behind Ondo to bring 24/7 stock trading to the blockchain. Massive news. Again, it's so interesting to me how, again, this is like the Cardano one. Obviously, we've got the Ondo. I mean, this is bringing the stock market 24/7 is a massive undertaking. It's a big deal, and we're going to see these tokens explode. Why the news is not doing it right now is perplexing, right? And it's perplexing to me because I come from a time in crypto where before we even had headlines, we had press releases only. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but a company would put out a project would put out a press release and their token would like 10x just because of the press release, right? And now we're seeing mainstream articles that are massive. And it's just like, it doesn't even move the needle anymore. It's just funny to me. It blows my mind. It is what it is. I hope that at some point the market catches up to the news, and that's the bullish divergence live that I'm seeing. And we talked about this, right? Price go down, headlines go up. And the headlines in this case are the RSI, are the stock, are the money flow, all that. They're the indicator. The indicator is the headlines. The headlines are so bullish, but the price doesn't reflect it. One, because it's manipulated, and two, because it's manipulated. And so remember what we were saying yesterday. Play the game, understand, we're not in charge of this anymore. It's not, the whales controlling the price of Bitcoin anymore that are, part of the movement. It's not Satoshi's vision anymore. So, whew. All right, next article. All right, I guess we can do our what to know. Ondo is partnering with Franklin Templeton to offer tokenized versions of traditional investment products on blockchain, aiming to bring conventional finance and crypto infrastructure. The collaboration will use Ondo Global Markets to issue tokens backed by real-world assets like stocks and ETFs, while Franklin Templeton supplies products and education for crypto-native users. The push into tokenized securities highlights both the potential for broader round-the-clock market access and the regulatory and competitive challenges facing banks, brokers, and asset managers. We got any good quotes in here? Did Ian say anything? Come on, give me a quote. Nope, not even a quote. I want to get Nathan on soon. I'm going to talk to the team over there at Ondo, see if we get Nathan on soon to talk. Tokenization has a Wall Street story. It still needs a Main Street one. Oh, really quick. I forgot to show you this during my Ondo, in case you guys were aware. We'll put it up here now. There you go. It goes like that. Oh, it's a good time for you to open the door, honey bunny. I just went full screen. Come on. Well, I got the news off, and I put my Ondo pin on the microphone. What's up? What's up?
Daddy.
Hello. You say good morning and smash the like button?
Good morning. Smash the like button.
That's right. Smash the like button. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Feeling better than yesterday?
Yes.
All right. We're going to look at Bitcoin, or are you going to go eat breakfast?
Bitcoin.
All right. Let's go. We're going to look at Bitcoin today. We're going to look at some articles first, okay?
What articles?
These are articles. These are news stories and they're articles. So tokenization.
Ah.
I'm going to put this right here, okay? Tokenization has a Wall Street story. It still needs a Main Street one. As the House Financial Services Committee examines the future of tokenized securities, DTCC, NASDAQ, and a $26 billion market have made the infrastructure case, but nobody has yet made the case to ordinary investors. What are we? We're just like normal people. Normal people keep getting, and other normal people keep getting, man, why does it, it's a very interesting headline. It's an interesting one to digest, right? Because when you think about it, like, we are retail. We have been retail. We collectively allowed our industry to be overrun by scammers, by allowing things, just opening up to decentralization. I mean, it just proves the point that chaos is ultimately what people like move to. So, yeah. All right, go eat your breakfast. I love you. Yeah. Okay, well, Mommy's gonna make you breakfast. I love you. We'll see you in a bit.
Mommy has to take a shower.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Okay, well then come on back up and hang out. All right. Let's see. Sit back over here, would you? I'm interested to see, because this article is from yesterday. I'm interested to see, do we have any news on this? How did it go? Well, maybe. How long is this? 4 hours and 37 minutes. We are not going to do a watch party on that, unfortunately. That's way too long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah, way too long.
That would take a whole day.
To do a 4-hour watch party would take the entire day, because knowing me, I'd have to pause the video and keep talking, and
Then you can see me.
I would just be in here the entire day. Well, you could come in here and hang out, right? Like you normally do, like you are right now. You can learn about Bitcoin. Should we start like a kid series on Bitcoin? How do you want to do that?
Just like what you're doing.
Okay. We'll just talk about some news and we'll make it kid friendly. You want to do that?
Dad,
Yeah.
remember what I have?
What do you
My
have?
iPad. It teaches me different words.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Like Bitcoin?
No, I mean, teach me different words.
Like decentralization and DeFi.
Dad, I'm saying. Daddy,
Uh huh.
remember. I will tell you on your. That's right. You have your phone.
Okay. My phone is over here.
I know.
Oh, you're talking about the translate app?
What?
Like where it speaks another language to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the translate app. That's a good one. Absolutely. I do like that. So, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to our next article, right? How about that?
Yeah.
The financial world is tokenizing, blink, and you'll miss it. That's a really interesting run because the whole idea of this, the tokenization narrative has come on so strong, okay, that the idea of this entire global financial ecosystem changing is wild. All right. I think mommy just called you.
Mommy did.
Yeah, she just called you.
Why?
I don't know. Probably time to have some breakfast. All right. Appreciate you guys. Make sure that you, if you can, smash the like button. That's my homie. Okay, so let's get back into this article, and this is an IBM article. The financial world is tokenizing blink, and you'll miss it. It's basically telling you I am there. This isn't a speculation thing anymore. And this is all the stuff that we have been talking about over the last couple of weeks, right? Like all of these major corporations are taking a position. They're all letting you know this is what's happening, right? They're telling banks prepare for tokenized settlement, collateral, programmable assets. Like they're telling people to get ready for this. This is what is coming. And you're starting to see all these different corporations that people trust say the same thing. Oh, okay. Silly. I thought I heard her. That is me. All right. Next article. Lawmakers weigh tokenization push as SEC preps innovation exemption plan. Now, the SEC exploring this innovation exemption. This tells me that the pilots that they're going to be running inside these these like frameworks. This is where it's going. See, do we have? Here we go. Here's our quick take. Nice. The House Financial Services Committee had a hearing on tokenization Wednesday amid a growing push from crypto firms and traditional finance institutions to bring tokenized securities to market. No doubt tokenization of securities is coming, and that comes from Representative Andy Barr from Kentucky during the hearing. So here's what we were looking for anyway. As the SEC prepares to roll out a potential innovation exemption for tokenized assets, lawmakers signal growing acceptance that traditional markets are moving toward tokenization. This is literally all the things that we're talking about every single day. Are you out of here? Ciao for now. Yeah, I gotta clean that. I gotta clean that up. It's a fun poster. Here, let me see it. I've never opened it, but this is a funny one. I was cleaning out I was looking at the closet. This is from. Let's just bring this up really quick. So, blockchain video. They had a store at one of the conferences, and so this is a Rug Busters poster. Oh, well, it's like stuck on the poster now. All right, we're just gonna put that back in there, but we'll open that some other day. All right, honey bunny. Yep, that's a light. Go ahead and use that. But that's a fun little Rug Busters poster. If you guys know what that is, it's got like a lot of like Sam, a lot of famous names in crypto as the Ghostbusters, but they're called Rug Busters. It's pretty funny. It's got some villains and some heroes. That's for sure. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Let's talk about this meeting that happened yesterday, Wednesday. Members of the House Financial Services Committee met for a hearing titled Tokenization and the Future of Securities, Modernizing Our Capital Markets. And let's see, we already gave that quote. The SEC greenlit several entities to move forward with tokenized securities. In December, the SEC authorized Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation to tokenize certain highly liquid assets on pre-approved blockchains. NYSE said it's developing a platform. We know about these things now. All right, look. Who's this? Oh, Brad Sherman. Come on, dude. Brad Sherman has been anti-crypto for so long. I'm concerned that we're creating a two-tiered market where tokenized securities on blockchain platforms are exempted from core securities regulations. Brad Sherman is, speaking of SBF, yeah, the FTX times were wild, dude. All of it, right? As FTX, Luna, like that was one of the things we were looking at last night with Mike on Trade Daddies. Is we were looking at the double bottom back in 2021, and that tells you the story. That's the pain of 2021. All of that, FTX, Luna, all that shit, all of that. All right, SEC grants critical approval for altcoins with a market cap over 700 million. I thought that was really weird. SEC implemented another significant regulation. Let's see, any good quotes in here to go through? What and let's take a look at it and see who's under, who's got 700 million. That starts at number 65. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Get that thing, get it over 700 million now. That's what you can see the commander saying. There is some decent projects in here. So 700 million is our threshold, is what I would say. And that number obviously throughout the market is going to change. Like as the market, as projects, as prices go way down, so do market caps. And so we will see a lot of this fluctuate. And so the top 65, top 66 that we have right now is not going to be the top 66 that we have in a month from now. It's not going to be the top 66 that we have in maybe a few months from now. Just in, Fannie Mae to accept Bitcoin-backed mortgages, more bullish news and bearish sentiment. Absolutely. Let's take a look for that. Let's go to CoinDesk. Coinbase and Fannie Mae bring crypto-backed mortgages to home buyers. Here we go. That's massive. Borrowers pledge Bitcoin or USDC as collateral to fund their down payment, allowing them to keep their assets intact and avoid a taxable event by spending them. Yes, you should not be selling your Bitcoin. The Coinbase Better Mortgage is structured as a conforming loan backed by Fannie Mae, meaning it carries the same protections and standards as traditional mortgages. Coinbase said the crypto-backed mortgages aimed at regular home buyers are as American as apple pie. Is it apple pie? There it is. Okay. Breaking news. Coinbase, Fannie Mae bring crypto-backed mortgages to home buyers. And if it is just Bitcoin, it is just Bitcoin. Bitcoin or USDC. So we can technically say crypto. So all of our Bitcoin maximalists can't get mad at us for saying crypto. You can use USDC. Let's see. Where are we right here? This is this article right here. So we were just looking at that. All the coins over top 66 right now, over 700 million. Big boy Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETF launch likely imminent, says analyst. Who's our analyst in this story? Uh-oh. There is no story. It's just a headline. What happened to the story? This happens every now and then where the stories just disappear. Let's just move on then. Cryptex ETF filing unveils ambitious plan for 30 crypto digital market cap fund. And this to me is another thing massive. You heard in the macro minute this morning. I think that this is absolutely a massive, massive thing. This is an index fund. This is the beginning of an index fund, and what we know that's where the money's at. We know in traditional finance, in the markets, massive money runs through index funds, and this is what we need. And a significant move for the digital asset investment landscape, Cryptex has formally filed for a groundbreaking digital market cap ETF designed to directly hold approximately 30 different cryptocurrencies. This filing, first reported by Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balkunis, what a guy, met him, great guy, met him at a Chainlink party, signals a major evolution in accessible crypto exposure, moving far beyond the limited baskets of current market offerings. I'm telling you, this is fucking massive. This right here, look, it's the global like game of like index funds is like this is where you see like the quadrillions and shit, right? Like then global derivatives and all that stuff. Like this is where you're gonna see that. This is where market caps get out of control and they get out of control real fast. This to me is a big thing. Potential inclusions likely span several categories. Large cap dominance, Bitcoin, and Ethereum would almost certainly form the core holdings. Whoa. That's wild. The volume, when I got a phone call, the volume on the video turned on. Major altcoins assets like Solana, Cardano, XRP would likely feature predominantly. Layer 1 and smart contract platforms, Avalanche, Polkadot, and Cosmos could be included. Decentralized DeFi tokens, Uniswap, Aave, and Maker. Look at this. There's a connection now with potentially Uniswap. Another massive connection is they're adding into this index fund, which if you guys did not go back and watch that video, or if you not get a chance to go to see that video this morning about Uniswap, again, they are positioning themselves not as a DeFi swap token anymore. That's not what this is. Like they're part of infrastructure. Like they are part of the liquidity global, like tokenized and capital markets infrastructure that's upcoming. Like this is a massive thing. And again, I do want to reiterate, it is not it's not sexy. It's not going to be a hype. It's not going to be something that's really like a popular opinion. I don't think. But if you look at the writing on the wall, like they're absolutely doing all the right things to become a pivot or a however that may work, right? Like it's not just a DeFi token anymore. It's not just a token for a DeFi protocol. It is something that the Uniswap itself is a big player in the game with a lot of the biggest players in the game, in traditional and in crypto. And so go back, watch that video, check it out. Let me know. Also, let me know what other coins you want to see me do in videos like that. I enjoy researching and looking up articles and reading and connecting the dots and all that stuff. And so let's take a look and let's do some more of those. So here we go. This is going to be massive, guys, when we get this index fund. Let's see. The Cryptex digital market cap ETF proposal immediately stands out for scale. To illustrate a difference, comparison with current offerings is useful. Look, spot Bitcoin ETFs, they only have one. Ethereum futures ETFs, one. Multi-crypto futures, 2 to 5. There's about 30 in this proposed Cryptex digital market cap ETF. That's going to be massive, guys. Massive, massive, massive. So we'll be on the lookout for that. We'll keep tracking that, especially when that goes live. All right, BlackRock issuing a $1 trillion nonsense crypto market price warning alongside huge Bitcoin prediction. This is where they predicted Bitcoin could become a $500 million revenue generator for the company by 2030. Have I researched Hydrex at all? No, not yet. I need to. I need to do some information digging on this. Let's see. Let's look at their all-time chart. Not a good looking chart, I will tell you that. But it doesn't mean down but not out. Like that's what we always like to say. Everybody gets a second chance. Down but not out. Hydrex embraces frictionless liquidity hub. Hydrex is a metadata index designed to bring. Okay, so let's do. Not the orthopedic company, that's for sure. Oh, there's a J in front of it. Hydrex. Crypto partnerships. Let's see. Let's go to news. Give ourselves a better chance. Hydrex, integral statistics, market trading volume and trust. Now, what is Hydrex? Hydrex price. Hydrex launches Duna governed protocol with 100% revenue share on base. Let's take a look at this. Hydrex is a public good. Is 100% of Hydrex revenue goes to HYDX token holders who are willing to lock their tokens. Okay. Furthermore, all team and treasury allocations are permanently locked, aligning Hydrex with a long-term base. Okay. Well, permanently locked positions. Okay. Well, we got to talk to Garrett. I'm going to get Garrett on the line. If we know how to get a hold of Garrett, if somebody can get a hold of Garrett Lee, let him know. We're going to talk. I want to talk. We're going to talk about this. All the projects that I do, like Hayden from Uniswap, I'm trying to get an interview with him. I sent him a request this morning, so we'll see if we can get that. Oh, look, he's got his phone number. We can call Garrett. I'll call Garrett myself. I did not mean to dox anybody's phone number, but it's right here in a PR, so maybe it's a work phone. Okay, let's go back. What else do we see? This is back in October 2025. How to sell Hydrex via crypto wallet. It's not good when you're getting articles on how to sell a token. You should get articles on how to buy a token. Okay. Well, we'll do some more research. Not a whole lot in the news, but we will do some more research. That is for sure. Let's see. We did BlackRock. Look, BlackRock issues a $1 trillion nonsense crypto market price warning alongside a huge Bitcoin prediction. It's going to do big numbers for them. They're going to do big business with Bitcoin, which means their shareholders are going to do big business. They're going to get some money. So Bitcoin's going to be huge. We know that. You hear me saying this every single day. That is the one coin that I advocate that you buy as much of right now. That being said, there are some altcoins that will survive and they will come back and they will come back strong. Some won't. Some will. Some will. You'll get a little bit of a return. You might get some of your money back, but you're probably not going to get it all back for the most part. So you just be cautious of what you're putting your money into. Like right now, you should be putting into something that you know is going. And look, I know everybody's a little bit more risk adverse. I know that you're willing to be a cowboy and say, "Yeehaw!" But you gotta also put some stuff into a safe haven investment, and that right now is Bitcoin, potentially Ethereum. I would think that we could see a massive push on ETH very soon, especially with all this tokenization stuff and how it's all going to work and bringing things on chain. Ethereum is a big player in that ecosystem. We obviously know that there are other chains rising, coming up, bringing a lot more TVL, bringing some of that distributed power as well. But at the end of the day, ETH is the king for DeFi. Over $17 billion in crypto options expire. Oh, it's 9:30. Oh, crap. We're running long. We got to look at the market here. Oh, we'll set our lines now. We'll do this. We'll get back to that article in just a second here. I didn't even realize it was 9:30. My goodness. So there's that. And then we'll just set another one up here. We are looking for, now we did have a nice little run, what it looked like on our trade. We're down 50 cents right now, but hopefully we'll get a nice little push up here, and from there, here we go. We're up 27 cents now. Love to see that. Get a nice little push up and get us back towards the high side of this, and get us back, honestly, towards a lot of our moving averages. And we got leapfrog. Why is leapfrog not working? I'm on leapfrog. There it is. And get back up towards our daily. We got that looking at right now at $70,079. That is what I'm hopeful for. We're going to ride this trade out for a little bit. Again, we got a stop loss set just in case this thing does decide to plunge. We're going to lose $9, but we're in it to win it with a trip up to 70,000, a little bit over for a gain of about 15%. So hopefully you guys are in a trade, and if you need a trading spot, if you need a home to do your trading, join us on BitUnex, right? I will make sure that I probably could put that in the chat as well. Let me see here. Let me see here. I will do this for you because we want you guys in there. We want you guys part of the team for sure. Again, we're going to be doing some fun giveaways. There's some stuff that you're copying. There are some ways that you can earn some free crypto right now. You get a deposit bonus. You also, I love that I can do this on my phone too. That's just so cool. So you get a deposit bonus, but also you can get volume bonus. There's a lot. We're talking about this daily. You know, we're looking at the trading ecosystem. We're looking at the environment and ways for us to maximize what we're doing. So, you know, let's continue to do that. Join the squad, join the team. Let's go get your free bonuses. Use that to trade with, right? Don't just scam and scheme the system. Like, add that to your stack and trade with it, and then do some volume, get some more, and then bada boom, bada bing, you got even a bigger stack that you're trading with, so that you can use less leverage and still make some cheese. So that's the plan, y'all. Join the squad, join the Discord. Both links are in the chat. You can get into the Discord as well as join the BitUnex trade team, the W3BC trade team. All right. That's it. I think we were pretty much done. There was the 17 billion in crypto auctions expire. Why this is important is because there's a lot of money that a lot of the money makers are gonna, the market makers, excuse me, are gonna have to like rebalance and reposition and reprice. And from there, you see they gotta either buy a lot or sell a lot real quick. And I think hopefully we'll see a pump. Who knows? But there will be some volatility. There will be some moves because of those options expiring this week. So we'll watch out for some volatility. So, all right, that does it for today. I appreciate every single one of you. The markets are live, so get your trades in. Hope you do well. Trade well today. The market is dumping right now. It looks like we may get stopped out. That's all right. Remember, it's part of the risk mitigation. Is that it's better to risk a small loss for a big win. That's how we play the game. There is some risk to it and there is some reward to it. And that's all part of the 1% better, is making sure that you understand yourself, you understand your strategy, you understand what you're doing so that you can become a better trader and you learn from your mistakes. And that's all part of it too, right? Like getting 1% better is if you rush a trade, if you hop in something early, if you made a mistake, learn from it. That will ultimately net you a 1% better result. And so you could stack those up over time. So, all right, this is me signing off for today. Adios, mi amigos. We are back tomorrow. It is pizza day. We're going to do a pizza show. We're going to do a show in the Discord. We're going to do a show in the Discord tomorrow. I know we've been talking about doing this. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll figure it out. We'll do the normal show because Mike's coming on, and then we'll do something a little bit later for a special. Do a special Friday afternoon show. So, all right, that is it for now. Peace.